Okay, everybody, it is Tuesday, March the 7th, and it is 7:30 Arizona time, and I'm the only one on our team call tonight. And I'm thinking it's because it is really late in the East, and we're going to have to maybe reevaluate exactly when we do the team call. So I'm going to go ahead and record it. I'm going to go through my agenda. My lighting is horrible tonight, you guys, but I know you don't really care. I'm going to go through my short agenda, and I will distribute this to the entire team so you guys can then distribute it to your teams. I was just really going to recap kind of what my take on Vegas was and give you some nuggets that I wrote down. I didn't take a ton of notes. I did share the videos if you guys haven't had a chance to watch, especially Austin's video, and then Tracy Deloitte had a really amazing 4-minute video. I really think Tracy was the best 4 minutes of the entire Vegas experience. It was very, very, even my husband was getting teary-eyed, he told me later. So I will share with you guys some little nuggets from Vegas. I will tell you that it was the most amazing experience. I went to a lot of Beachbody events, and I never walked away feeling as absolutely empowered as I walked away from Vegas feeling. It was an amazing 2 days. My head still hurts. I did catch some kind of virus or something, as a lot of us did over there. So let me just, let me think about kind of what I want to go through on this recording since I'm here all by myself. Let's talk about the 7 Ps. Austin has 7 Ps, and if you've watched his video, I'm just going to run through these really quick. Posture, prospect, peak, point, pass, plug, and promote. Those are his 7 Ps. And when you go through his video, which I posted in our group, you guys, if you'll scroll, you'll find it. Posture, your posture is all about your mindset, your strengths and your weaknesses, and being emotionally connected to what you're doing. And if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not going live, if you're not posting pictures and sharing your story, then you're not connecting. You're not emotionally connecting with people. So make sure your posture is right. I go back to, would you join you? So many of you joined me because of the way I postured myself on Facebook and the way I expressed my excitement for this business. Prospect is number 2, and that is talking to people and list building. That's the very simplest aspect of what we do in network marketing is building your list. Prospecting. You should have, whether it's a handwritten list or whether it's a list on Evernote or Excel or something else, you should have a list of 100 people at all times that you're talking to in different stages of this industry, of getting into the business. You got to pique interest. Think about the top 2 things that attracted you to direct sellers and try to put that into words and into posts so you can then go attract those people to your team. Tell your story. Tell it with enthusiasm. When you go live, be excited when you're on 3-way calls, when you're talking to people, when you're on 2-way calls. You have to exude the enthusiasm and excitement that got into your heart when you signed up for this business originally. You need to tell your story and draw people in. The next P, the 4th P is point. And this was interesting to me because it really does make sense. You are the messenger. You are not the message. You are the messenger. You are not the message. So point your prospects towards my videos, towards the website, towards testimonials, towards an opportunity call. You're constantly pointing your prospects in the direction of the message. You are not the message. You are the messenger. So that's awesome. Number 5 is pass. And that's when you pass them to me through a 3-way call or through an opportunity Zoom like we did tonight. And then you follow up with them. You say, what did you like best? What questions can I answer? Number 6 is plug. And that would be getting them on, plug your people in, plug them into this very training call, invite your people to join us on a weekly basis for this call. Share this call with them. Let them know your leader is here, even though life gets in the way. I understand it's 9:30 on the East Coast. It's not always super convenient to jump on a training call. People have kids, people have lives. I totally get that. I will be here every Tuesday night at the same time for my team, recording some type of a training agenda that you will get the recording of. So plug your people into these. And then promote. You are constantly promoting from event to event to an event. And an event could be our event that we open up. And I still have to do that for you guys tonight. That could be our event. An event could be an opportunity call. An event could be a Google Hangout call. A Google could be, an event could be a home wine tasting party, or it could be coffee to talk about the business opportunity. You are going to want to take your prospects from event to event to event. Don't lose that touch with them. So those are the seven P's: posture, prospect, peak, point, pass, plug, and promote. And it all makes sense. And if you work through that process with every single prospect on your list, then you can't go wrong. So that is my takeaway from Austin. My takeaway from Jefferson Silky Smooth Green, and if you guys aren't following Jefferson Green, you should be. He is an amazing individual. He runs the second largest team. We are all under Austin's umbrella, but Jefferson Green is running the wine gang, where Austin has his MVP gang. So the 5-step game plan that Jefferson Green went into is about how you structure your week in this business. And this is a week to week to week business. I do the same thing week in and week out, and Jefferson really had a great plan. You know, our week really begins on Thursday. Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time is when our week closes. So Thursday is really our Monday. And he was saying Thursday, he celebrates his victories and he consoles his defeats. So what he means is he does all of his celebrating, all of his promotion celebrations, all of his new partner celebrations, all of that happens on Thursday. I tend to do that as it happens because I have the time currently to do that. As my team grows, I do like the idea of doing all recognition on one day of the week. The next was to console temporary defeats. You guys, we all set goals. I set goals every week that I intend to hit, and sometimes I don't hit them. And so what happens is that, hang on, I'm going to try to tag Summer in this so she can call in. 1 second. Hang on 1 second. I apologize for the delay here. Okay, so hopefully she'll get that and she'll dial in. Okay, so console the temporary defeats. And listen, y'all, I have defeats every single day. I hear more no's than probably most people on my team combined every single day. I'm that busy. You know what we do is we say, what could we have done better? What could I have done better on that Zoom call tonight? What could I have done better on that 3-way call tonight? What can I improve for next time? Defeats are very temporary in this business. You review, you reevaluate, and you reset your goals after you talk about those defeats. So these are things I want to be talking with each of you about on a weekly basis going forward. The one thing he said was interesting. He says you can't control start dates. So that is why I am a huge believer in having a list of 100 people or more, because everybody is at a different phase of deciding where they are in joining our business. You have people like me that will sign up right away, and you have people that will take weeks, 6, 7, 8 weeks to make a decision. You can't control their start dates. So setting personal weekly goals is huge for myself and for every single person on this team. So what I am doing now every Thursday is I am setting my goals, and I am sending them up the line to Alicia. So you guys that are running your business as a business, or even those of you who are running it as a hobby, you should be writing down your goals and sending them to me every Thursday. You want to sign 1 customer and 1 distributor to your team, or you want to get on 3 3-way calls this week, or whatever it might be. Send your goals to me on Thursday so I know where you're at. And the next part of his 5-step game plan is the question, who are you running? And this is a question I, as a leader of this team, ask myself, and you guys, as you grow your teams, will ask yourselves, is who is ready? Who is ready to take that leap this week in setting goals and making sure that they are taking the necessary actions, which is the most important part of this business, to make those goals happen. So who are you running? It's not always going to be a situation where every person on your team is going to take off running full speed ahead every single week. People have things that happen, spring breaks, situations with kids, work gets crazy. I will make a decision every week based on the goals that are sent to me on who I'm running that week. Who am I going to run this business with that week? Not everybody is going to be ready, and I understand that. So we will make those decisions on a week-by-week basis. But you will get the buy-in of your team members, as I will get your buy-in on your goals as we set them together every week. So send them to me every Thursday. What are your goals? How many three-way calls do you want to get on? How many distributors do you want to sign? How many people do you want to add to your list? How many times do you want to go live? Are you going to practice going live in our group? There's so many goals that you can set, but get those to me so I'll know where you're at and I'll know what you need my help with. And from there, the fifth thing to Jefferson Green's 5-step weekly game plan is to force the calendar. And my job as a leader is to force the calendar with you guys. If you tell me that you want to sign 3 distributors, or you want to sign whatever your goals are, I am going to force the calendar with you. Tuesday will be my check-in. It's going to be a, hey guys, how you doing on your goals? And it'll be on an individual basis. But hey, you told me you wanted to get to here this week. How close are you to get to making those goals? I am going to try to hold your feet to the fire when you send me goals, and that's exactly what I'm asking Alicia to do for me, is holding me accountable for my goals on a weekly basis as I grow this business. So I am committing to this 5-step game plan with every single person on my team. So we will be having these conversations as we move forward. And that came from Jefferson Silky Smooth Green. What a time that was. What a guy. What a guy. Like I said earlier, if you guys aren't following Jefferson Green, you should be. He's on my friends list. Just click follow and you'll get his post. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, and that I wasn't really aware of, was that there is an organization within our organization called the Women of DC. And the Women of DC, if you go to your website and you scroll down, you will see in pink, it says the Women of DC. And I believe the call is on Wednesday. And I did not add that to my list of calls, but I will. I'm going to make a note, Women of DC call info. Not that you guys want one more call to be on, and I'll touch on that in a minute. But the Women of DC, it's interesting. The top earners in our company currently are men, short of Nina Moore, who I shared her video with you guys. Most of the top earners within Direct Sellers currently are men, which is kind of a change for me coming from Beachbody, because all of our top earners, short of Trey Bear, who is now with DC, was the only male on the top elite Beachbody coaches that I knew. It was really a woman-driven industry. So it's interesting to see the guys at the top, and I don't know that they'll be there long, because we have some women that are pushing for some of those top spots. But so the Women of DC, there is a call on Wednesdays. It is always recorded. I think it is a good thing if you can fit it into your schedule while you're driving to work, or while you're going for your walk or your run. If you want to add another call to your list, the Women of DC is something to tune into if you're interested. Let's see. And then the fun stuff, which I'm sure most of you have already seen from Vegas, is the launch of what our future is. What are our future meetings? Where are we going to be gathering for these uncorked events in the future? The first one is fall of this year, and it is in New York, New York. I couldn't be more excited. This girl from Phoenix, I was born and raised here in Phoenix. I've never been to New York City, and we are so excited about that trip. We're thinking it's in October. We don't have an exact date yet, but I will share that, of course, as soon as I know. And then in March of 2018, we are off to Cancun for Uncorked Cancun. How fun will that be? Fall of 2018, we will be reserving an entire cruise ship for Direct Sellers. in the fall of 2018. And I don't know, I think they said where this cruise goes, but I didn't write it down. March of 2019, we will meet in, excuse me, we will meet in Orlando, Florida, March of 2019. Fall of 2019, we will be renting 2 cruise ships to go to a private island somewhere in the Caribbean. 2 cruise ships, all for direct sellers representatives. So that's super exciting. And then March of 2020, we will reunite in Vegas. They are thinking when we reunite in Vegas in 2020, we are going to be large enough to rent out what will be the NFL football stadium in Las Vegas at the time, since the Raiders are moving to Vegas. Somebody's moving to Vegas. I don't know. It's not the Cowboys. I know that. Somebody's moving to Vegas. So there's going to be a National Football League in Vegas. They're thinking by 2020, direct sellers will fill a football stadium that seats 80,000 people. You guys, that blows my mind, considering I was just in Vegas with 1,500 of the leaders of this company just last weekend. And now they're talking about being back there 3 years from now, renting a football stadium. Blows my mind. So lots of exciting things coming up. We have the DC-1 bus tour. The DC-1 is going to be one of 4 buses that will be wrapped in direct sellers logos and shotskis, as I call it. It will be a DC direct sellers tour bus. And that the first bus is going to be driven by Solo. I think you guys saw my comment that I woke up, I think it was Tuesday morning, with a friend's request, or maybe it was Monday morning, a friend request from Solo, who is our director of transportation at Direct Sellers. He will be at the wheel of the DC-1 when it leaves on tour. And this tour bus will be stopping in all major cities and some small cities across our country doing wine tasting parties. So imagine the DC-1 pulling into Phoenix. All of my local Phoenix people, not only the distributors on my team, but my customers, we meet for a giant direct sellers wine tasting party. And then the bus is off to Las Vegas, and from there it's on to Sacramento. And it's just going to be super exciting. There is one, the DC-1 is launching here in just like days, I think. And then there will be there will be 3 additional buses added to the fleet within the next 12 months. So that's super fun. Another thing they launched was the DCRadioLife.com. If you guys have not already downloaded the Direct Sellers app for your phone, it's amazing. And we also have now a live streaming 24/7 radio network just for direct sellers. So make sure you guys plug into that. And it's super fun to see where we're going, to watch all of these things develop and be launched. And I've only been here 63 days, you guys, and to watch what's happened is pretty amazing. We have a full retail site that will go live here soon. It's going to be mydcwineclub.com. So you're talking about reorders of your favorite wines and to be able to direct your customers there. We also have a new customer video that was supposed to be published by now. They told us in Vegas that they'd get it out within the week. But it is a video specifically designed to send to your people who are not interested in the business opportunity. They're interested in becoming a customer. So many times those are 2 totally different people. A lot of my customers have now come from people who either have changed their mind about being distributors or just kind of said, no, that the business opportunity is not for me. So that will be, I will of course share that with you guys as soon as I can, as soon as I get it. So another interesting takeaway I took away from Vegas is I have changed my lingo a little bit in the last week. I now tell people, if they ask me, hey Sheila, what do you do? Tell me about what you're doing. I say, I own my own wine club. I own my own wine club because I do. Everybody who's watching this video, everybody who's on my team and everybody who's on their teams and all of our customers are part of my wine club. And the team that you build and the customers that go into your organization are part of your wine club. And I really liked that because I was struggling. Sorry, my lips are really dry. I was struggling in what to say. I'm in the wine business. I'm a wine distributor. We have to be careful because we are not wine distributors. We don't distribute wine. We're not in wine sales. I do promote wine, but I really kind of have clung on to this. I own my own wine club. So I encourage you guys to play around with that and see if it works for you too. I found a ton of confidence in that, that phrase, and I've been using it like crazy. So I own my own wine club, and it's pretty freaking cool. Okay, guys, the last thing I want to cover is training. So you probably saw in Alicia's Winealicious group, which you guys can all remove yourselves from at this point. You can remove yourselves from both Winealicious and YMC if you'd like. Austin has changed his group. You guys have all been placed into the MVP group. More Vino, please, is Austin's new group. And so I have, I've already dropped all of you guys into his group. So remove yourself from YMC, and you can remove yourself from Winealicious. Those are two groups that you really just don't need to be getting the notifications from. So you might have seen anyway that Alicia posted that her and Shayna are starting their 14-day very specific training program here in a couple of days. And they were only taking 10 people off of each team. Well, I have 10 people on my team alone that would probably like to do it. So what I really wanted to chat with you guys about, and I would appreciate it if you guys would all comment below after you watch this, is are you ready? I know everybody's new, you guys. I'm new. I'm 63 days into this. I have not gone through this 2-week program yet. I have it, and I am willing to put it together in a very private group for those who want to get into. This is 14 days of very engaged, very specific assignments on how to launch this wine business in the network marketing social media arena. You will be plugged in every single day to assignments that we will want you to do. I will want to go to your page and see that you're doing these things if I take my time to put this training program together. I think it's super, super important, especially for those of you who don't have specific network marketing experience, because this is going to show you kind of step by step, including scripts and ideas on what to say and what to post. So I would like kind of a show of hands of who all, and we don't have to start it right away. I was originally going to start it on March 1st when I got back from Vegas, and I didn't. And I've added several people to the team since then. I mean, I know other people have added people to their teams. So I'm thinking maybe we start it on Monday, the 13th. If you guys are ready for 14 days of jump in with both feet and follow the leader kind of training, I need to know. And whether I have one person who's interested or I have 10 people that are interested, I will run this program. So if you're not quite ready, I know some of you are kind of getting a slow start for different reasons, and guys, I get it. You took the first step and you signed up to be part of this company and to be part of this adventure with me, and I know everybody is at a different stage of their launch right now. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and I'm willing to do it right alongside of you. And this is a program that we will continue to run as our team grows, as often as we need it. I'm thinking probably once a month we'll carve out 2 weeks to do this training program. So my question for you is, who's ready? Who's ready to get into a 14-day intensive program on how to launch this wine business straight to the moon? I know that Francis and Maggie went through a portion of it, I think, with Alicia and Shayna last time. I would welcome you to come back in. Maggie has since made a different decision to stay with Beachbody, so she's out. But Francis, if you want to come back in and do the 2 weeks with me, I would be happy to have you. Or if you want to co-host it with me, that would be awesome too. So let me know, you guys. I am willing to put it together. It will be another group on Facebook, but it will be something that you're going to come and check into probably twice a day. I mean, it's a pretty intensive, and it's kind of a you're in or you're out kind of thing. If you tell me that you're in and then you don't follow through with the assignments, I'm going to kick you out of the group, because what this group is about, people who are ready to take their business to the next level. So I need you, if you're going to commit, I need your commitment, and I need your daily engagement for 14 days as we get through it. So I know we have spring breaks coming up. Cooper's on spring break next week, and then we're actually taking him out of school the following week so we can go to California and rent our house. So the next 2 weeks is going to be kind of crazy for me, but I'm absolutely willing to get it started. Or maybe you guys tell me you want to wait and we start it on the 27th when I get back. Whatever you want to do, I'm willing to start it on the 13th. We can start it on the 20th. We can start it on the 27th, whenever you want. I just need to know who's in, who wants to be part of this. So that was really kind of the main reason behind the team call tonight, and just to answer any questions that you guys have. So feel free to drop your questions below, post them in our new group, continue to post them on the message thread if that's what you like to do. I'll leave that open. I know Brandy jumped out of there today. It gets a lot of action in that group, so I understand it's hard to keep up with it, but that's all I have really for tonight, you guys. The last thing I want to touch on is the overwhelming number of calls. Okay, let me just simplify this for you. There are opportunity calls almost hourly every single day happening somewhere in this organization, whether it's the corporate office or Austin or Jefferson or Nina or Priscilla or Jen or Alicia or Shayna or me. Everyone is doing opportunity calls as their teams grow. So if you see the words opportunity call, know that that's not for you. You already jumped on board. You don't need to be on an opportunity call. Opportunity calls are those calls where you're going to point. You are going to direct your people to jump onto those calls. Once they've listened to or watched an opportunity call, whether it's on the phone or Zoom or live or however we're doing them, that's when you want to schedule the three-way call with me. And I am available for three-way calls starting at 11 o'clock every morning, and I go until about 8 or 8:30 Arizona time every single night. So if you need, if you have somebody on the line that's interested in this business, try me. You guys should all have me programmed. Try me. Lakeisha, try me. If Francis is at work and you have somebody who wants to get on a three-way, have my phone number. Try me. I might just answer. I might just do it right then. I usually ask for 30, 45 minutes notice, but I've been doing them on the fly. I've been doing them so much. So you guys get me on the phone. Point your people to the opportunity calls. Once they've listened to the call or watched the video, whatever it is, then you get them on the phone with me for a three-way. The other types of calls that you're seeing are team Zoom calls, just like this one. Every team is having them. And then you have team training calls. If I were going to tell you guys, okay, I want you to for sure be on these calls, this would be one of them. Your team call needs to be the #1 priority on your schedule for the week. Our team call happens at 7:30 Arizona time every single Tuesday. Now, we might reevaluate that as you guys change your clocks, because I know that puts you guys in the East at like 10:30 at night, and that's too late. So we're going to have to, maybe I do 2 team calls. I'm not really sure what the answer is for that. But our team call is #1. The second call I would like you to pencil in is Priscilla and Jen. Priscilla and Jen are our upline. I met both of these gals in Vegas. They are phenomenal. They are #9 and #12 in our company right now as far as income earners. So you better believe I'm watching what these gals are doing, because they are rocking it. Their call is on Monday nights. That's why I changed our call. So Priscilla and Jen, Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Our team call Tuesday nights, currently at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then I will tag you guys, and I will let you know if there's a call that Austin's doing, or there's a training call that one of the teams is doing. If you can make it, great. I will be on as many calls as I can be on, and then I will recap them for you guys. So don't feel like you have to be on every single call I tag you on, because it's impossible. This company is call intensive. It's just the way that this business works. So forget the opportunity calls. That's where you're going to point your people. Don't get overwhelmed by those. And then team calls and training calls, get on our call, and then everything else is kind of fluff. I will fill you guys in on the team calls. So thank you guys. I know all of you, Summer was on and then she had to hop off. So I know all of you will be watching this recorded, and I have no issue with that, you guys. I know there will be weeks that you're all on, and then there will be weeks that nobody but me is on. So like I said, we will reevaluate our team call time and day as soon as everybody transfers there. We don't change our clocks in Arizona, so it's very confusing to me. We will now be on the same time as the West Coast when you guys switch clocks on Sunday, but then that puts us an hour further away from my friends on the East Coast. And I know I've got several of you on the Eastern Standard Time zone. So we'll figure that out. And like I said, if I have to do 2 calls, I will, because eventually I'll probably do 2 calls anyway as the team grows. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a great week. I will be contacting each one of you to set up individual goal calls and launch calls with you. So let me know how I can help develop your list of questions, and let's get on some one-on-one calls here in the next couple of days so we can set some very specific goals for moving your businesses forward. So thank you guys. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining this crazy fun wine business with me. I'm absolutely having a blast, and I hope you guys are too. Please reach out to me if you have questions. You cannot over question me, you guys. Send me 50 questions a day. Trust me, I was sending Alicia literally 20 questions a day when I first started, and it will click. It will all click. It's a lot of information at first, but I'm here to help, and I look forward to talking with you guys soon. Have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday at the same time. Thanks, guys. Bye.